She went from working a 9-to-5 desk job to becoming one of the most recognizable faces of 1970s cinema. But Candy Sample's journey to stardom was anything but ordinary. This is the untold story of the woman who redefined an entire era. Before the fame, before the magazine covers, she was just Mary Windover, a regular woman working in the import-export industry. But by the mid-70s, her name would become synonymous with an entire movement in American cinema. What made Candy Samples different wasn't just her striking appearance, it was her timing, her business savvy, and her ability to cross over into mainstream cult cinema at exactly the right moment. Candy's entry into entertainment started almost by accident. Working as a tea room model, she quickly discovered that her unique look was in high demand. But she was smart about it. She chose the name Candy because she had a sweet tooth, a personal touch that made her instantly memorable. And unlike many performers of her era, she understood something crucial: image control. Those platinum blonde wigs, a signature move. The magazine spreads, carefully curated. By 1974, she wasn't just another performer, she was building a brand. Then came the role that changed everything: Flesh Gordon. This 1974 sci-fi parody wasn't just another adult film, it was a legitimate cult classic that played in mainstream theaters. Candy, credited as Mary Gavin, found herself in a movie that film critics actually reviewed. Roger Ebert wrote about it. Midnight movie audiences quoted it. But Candy didn't stop there. She caught the attention of legendary director Russ Meyer, the man behind Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. Meyer's films had real budgets, theatrical distribution, and cult followings that lasted decades. In Beneath the Valley of the Ultra Vixens, Candy worked alongside Meyer's signature style, bold, unapologetic, and completely unique. She wasn't just in the adult industry anymore. She was part of American exploitation cinema history. By the late 70s and early 80s, Candy Samples had achieved something remarkable: longevity. While many performers came and went, Candy built a sustainable career. She became one of the most sought-after models for poster and magazine work. Her image appeared on everything from calendars to promotional materials. She understood the business side better than most. Personal appearances kept her connected to fans. Live performances and dancing gigs provided steady income. And she was selective about her projects, maintaining the mystique that made her famous. In the 90s, she even wrote a column for Jugs magazine, sharing insights from her decades in the industry. She had become an elder stateswoman of sorts, someone who had not only survived, but thrived. Behind the platinum wigs and larger-than-life persona was a real person with a real life. Candy was a mother who tragically lost her son in a car accident, a pain she carried privately while maintaining her public career. She had 3 grandchildren. She had dreams beyond the spotlight. What made Candy Samples truly legendary wasn't just her career choices, it was her resilience. In an industry that often chewed people up and spit them out, she found a way to control her own narrative, build genuine wealth, and exit on her own terms. Today, film historians and cult cinema enthusiasts recognize Candy Samples as more than just an adult film star. She represents a specific moment in American culture when exploitation cinema blurred the lines between underground and mainstream, when independent performers could build empires without corporate backing. Her work with Russ Meyer alone has been preserved by the Criterion Collection and studied in film schools. Flesh Gordon remains a cult favorite with annual midnight screenings. Candy Samples didn't just perform, she endured. And in an industry built on disposability, that might be her greatest achievement. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Hollywood's hidden history, hit that subscribe button. We're uncovering the untold stories of cinema's most fascinating figures every week. What legend should we cover next? Drop your suggestions in the comments below.